ParaRescue Jumpers, also known as PJs, the elite special forces of the United States Air Force. Every day they risk their lives in hostile territory to rescue those that are injured, lost, or being held hostage. They are commonly known as the 911 of the U.S. military. In June of 2015, myself along with 65 others were fortunate enough to have spent 9 days in the mountains of New Mexico training with PJs. Through a program called Civil Air Patrol, the United States Air Force Auxiliary, we were all selected to be a part of this extremely difficult activity. Throughout these 9 days, we got to experience the training that PJs go through. All of us were faced with the most physically and mentally challenging experiences that you could possibly think of. Here is our story at PJOC. Kirkland Air Force Base, New Mexico, summer of 2015. 66 of us standing out in the hot sun at the position of attention. There were 6 PJs that came out and greeted us with the most yelling I have ever heard in my entire life. They went to each of us individually and yelled at us about how our uniforms looked horrible, how we weren't clean-shaved, and how our hair was out of regulations. Once the inspection concluded, they decided to proceed with physical training. We were outside in the heat for about 3 hours in our BDUs, doing a combination of push-ups, flutter kicks, jumping jacks, and sit-ups. Through these 9 days, we did an excessive amount of PT. There wasn't a single person that was able to do every single exercise. Every morning we would run 3 miles and do hundreds of push-ups and sit-ups and flutter kicks. At one point we ran to a river that was below 50 degrees, and we proceeded to do PT in the river. The river was so cold that many of us got bloody noses, but we had no choice but to push through the pain. Either we continued to do as instructed, or we were sent home. Although we did do a lot of PT, we also learned a lot of skills that the PJs use every day. We learned how to properly use a map and a compass, and were able to find any location on a map and figure out how to get there. We worked on skills such as evacuating injured people on a stretcher, and we all got the opportunity to rappel off a 100-foot cliff, which by far was the scariest thing I have ever done. Once the 9 days concluded, we celebrated with a graduation ceremony and a dinner, which was truly amazing. Although PJOC was the most difficult challenge I had ever faced, I was super happy that I went. I accomplished many things that I couldn't have ever dreamed of, and I made friends for a lifetime. PJs have one saying that they live by: these things we do, that others may live.